Assalamu alaikum. Dear all students, first we hope that you are all safe as well as your families. Welcome to the new chapter, Economical Functions, Cost. By the end of this video, you will be able to define and interpret the fixed costs, variable costs, total cost, average cost, and marginal cost. And we will solve problems involving cost functions. Let us start by definitions about the cost. First, fixed costs. Fixed costs are expenses that must be paid by the company regardless of any specific business activities, and even if nothing is being produced. A fixed cost does not change with an increase or decrease in the amount of goods or services produced or sold. Examples of fixed costs include rent, employee salaries, insurance, office supplies, electricity and water bills, etc. A company must still pay its rent for the space it occupies to run its business operations irrespective of the volume of products manufactured and sold. Second, variable costs. A variable cost is an expense that changes in proportion to production output. Variable costs increase or decrease depending on the company's production volume. They rise as production increases and fall as production decreases. Variable costs depend on the number of units produced. Examples of variable costs include sales commissions, direct labor costs, cost of raw materials used in production, utility costs, etc. Now, in this section of this chapter, cost, let X be the quantity produced for a given enterprise. Total cost. The total cost denoted by CT of X, of C of X, by definition, is the cost of all expenses. Means that it is the sum of the fixed costs A and the variable cost M of X. A is the symbol of fixed costs and M of X of the variable costs. So we obtained the rule of the total cost as CT of X equal A plus M of X. Thus, CT of X is the total cost of production of the X unit produced. Now, average cost or unit cost. The average cost, denoted by C bar of X, is the cost of one unit among the X produced units. To calculate the average cost, we divide the total cost by the number of units produced. So the rule of an average cost is C bar of X equals CT of X over X. Thus, the average cost C bar of X is the cost of one unit among the X produced units. Finally, marginal cost. The marginal cost, denoted by MC of X, is the change in the total production cost that comes from making or producing one additional unit. To calculate the marginal cost, find the derivative of the total cost function. So its rule is MC of X equal the derivative of CT of X. CT of X is the total cost. So marginal cost is the derivative of the total cost. Thus, the interpretation of the marginal cost is the cost of production of the X plus 1th unit. Now, let us see the following remark. While working with economical functions, it is sometimes confusing, especially when the units of measurements are given. To face and control this confusion, let us solve the following examples. Example 1. An enterprise produces a certain object. The total cost of production, expressed in thousands of lira Lebanese, is given as CT of X, where X is the number of objects produced in tens. Part 1. What is the unit of X and that of CT of X? Using the given informations, the unit of X is 10 objects, and the unit of the total cost CT of X is 1000 lira Lebanese. Part 2. We know that CT of 2 equals 53.4. What does that mean? First, we multiply the quantity of an object by 10. Here, 2 times 10 equals 20 objects. Second, we multiply the value of the total cost by its unit. So 53.4 times 1000 lira Lebanese, we get 53,400 lira Lebanese. Now, part 3. What do we calculate in order to find the total cost of production of 70 objects? In this part, we need to find the total cost of 70 objects. First, we divide 70 by 10, so we get 7. Then we replace x by 7 in the given function ct of x, and we get ct of 7. Finally, we multiply the answer of ct of 7 by the unit of ct of x, which is 1000 lira Lebanese. The last part is, what do we calculate in order to find the number of objects, given that their total cost of production is 117,000 lira Lebanese? The given in this part is an opposite to the previous one. So in order to find the number of objects, given that the total cost is 117,000 lira Lebanese, we divide 117,000 by 1000. We get 117. After that, we find x by solving the equation ct of x equal 117. Finally, we multiply the x value by 10 objects. Now, application 1. A factory produces paint. The average cost of production, expressed in hundreds of thousands lira Lebanese, is given as C bar of x, where x is the express of hundreds of liters. 1. What is the unit of x and that of C bar of x? Please pause the video and try to solve it. Answers. Unit of x is 100 liters. Unit of C bar of x is 100 thousandths of lira Lebanese. 2. How do we find the average cost for the production of 600 liters of paints objects? Also, try to solve it in your own. Solution. We divide 600 by 100, so we get 6. After that, we find C bar of 6. Finally, we multiply the answer of C bar of 6 by 100 million of lira Lebanese. The last part is, how do we find the number of liters of paints if we know that the average cost of producing them is 7,123,000? Also here, pause the video and solve this part. Solution. We divide 7,123,000 by 100,000. We get 71.23. Then we solve the equation C bar of x equal 71.23. And we get x. After that, we multiply the value of x by 100. Before we start by the example 2, let us remember the following rules. X is the quantity produced. Ct of x equal a plus m of x. Total cost is equal to the fixed costs plus variable costs. C bar of x equals Ct of x over x. Average cost is equal to the total cost over x. Finally, MC of x equal the derivative of Ct of x. The marginal cost is the derivative of the total cost. Example 2. An enterprise produces a certain item. The total cost of production, expressed in millions of lira Lebanese, is modeled as Ct of x equal 10 minus x squared plus 1 into e power minus x plus 2, where x is the number of items produced in hundreds. Remarks. The unit of x is equal to 100 items. The unit of Ct of x, C bar of x, and MC of x is equal to 1 million lira Lebanese. Part 1. Find the fixed costs. In order to find the fixed costs, just replace x by 0. So Ct of 0 is approximately equal to 2.61. So the fixed costs are 2.61 multiplied by its unit, which is 1 million. So it's equal to 2,610,000 lira Lebanese. 2. Calculate the cost of production of 200 items. Here, the given value is x, and we need to find C of x. First, we find x. So x equal to 100 divided by 100, we get x equal to 2. Then we replace x by 2 in Ct of x, and we get C of 2 equal to 5. Therefore, the cost of production of 200 items is 5 times 1 million, which is equal to 5 million lira Lebanese. Part 3. Find the average cost function C bar of x. Using its rule, C bar of x equals C of x over x, which is equal to 10 minus x squared plus 1 into e power minus x plus 2, all over x. 4. Let MC of x be the marginal cost function. Part A. Find the explicit form of MC of x. MC of x is equal to the derivative of Ct of x. So MC of x is the derivative of 10 minus x squared plus 1 e power minus x plus 2, which is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1 into e minus x plus 2. The last part is calculate the marginal cost of production of 300 items. Interpret the obtained result. Here we know x, and we need to find marginal cost MC of x. So x equal 300 divided by 100, which is equal to 3. Then we replace x by 3 in MC of x. And we obtain that MC of 3 approximately equal to 1.47. The interpretation of the marginal cost is the cost of production of the x plus 1th unit of x. Here, the x value is the 3. So the cost of production of the 400 items is 1.47 times 1 million equal to 1,470,000 lira Lebanese. Now, application 2. A factory produces watches. The average cost function C bar, expressed in millions of lira Lebanese, is modeled as C bar of x equal 2 plus 1 over x plus e power minus x plus 2, where x is the number of produced watches expressed in hundreds, and x is between 0 and 4. 0 excluded and 4 is included. Remark: the unit of x is 100 watches. Also, the unit of Ct of x, C bar of x, and MC of x is 1 million lira Lebanese. 1. Calculate C bar of 3 and interpret the result. To calculate C bar of 3, just replace x by 3 in the expression of C bar of x, and using calculator, we get C bar of 3 is equal to 2.7. Thus, the average cost of production of 300 watches is 2.7 times 1 million lira Lebanese, which is equal to 2,700,000 lira Lebanese. 2. Verify that the total cost function is Ct of x equal 2x plus 1 plus x e power minus x plus 2. In this part, we need to verify that Ct of x equal 2x plus 1 plus x e power minus x plus 2. We know that C bar of x equals Ct of x over x. Hence, Ct of x equal C bar of x multiplied by x, which is equal to 2 plus 1 over x plus e power minus x plus 2 into x. After we expand it, we get Ct of x equal 2x plus 1 plus x e power minus x plus 2. 3. Can we find the number of produced watches if the total cost of production is 1 million lira Lebanese? The given value is the total cost, and we need to find x. First, Ct of x equal 1 million divided by 1 million equal to 1. So Ct of x equal to 1. Then we solve the equation Ct of x equal to 1. Means that 2x plus 1 plus x e power minus x plus 2 equal to 1. So we get 2x plus x e power minus x plus 2 equal to 0. Then we take x as a common factor, so x into 2 plus e power minus x plus 2 equal to 0. Hence x equal to 0, which is rejected, since x is strictly greater than 0. Or 2 plus e power minus x plus 2 equal to 0. No solution. Thus, we cannot find the number of produced watches if the total cost of production is 1 million lira Lebanese. Now, let us try to solve an application 3. A factory produces liquid detergent. The marginal cost function MC, expressed in millions lira Lebanese, is modeled as MC of x equal x plus 1 e power x minus 1, where x is the quantity produced, expressed in thousands of liters, and x is between 0 and 5. Remark: the unit of x is 1000 liters, and the unit of MC of x, Ct of x, and C bar of x is 1 million lira Lebanese. 1. Calculate the marginal cost of production of 2000 liters of detergent. Interpret the result. First, x equal to 1000 divided by 1000, which is equal to 2. Then MC of 2 equal 2 plus 1 into e power 2 minus 1, which is equal to 3e. Approximately, it is equal to 8.155. And its interpretation is the cost of production of the third thousandth items of the liquid detergent is 8,155,000 lira Lebanese. 2. Knowing that the fixed costs of this factory are 1 million lira Lebanese, show that the total cost C of production of this factory is modeled as C of x equal x e power x minus 1 plus 1 in millions lira Lebanese. In order to prove it, we must prove that C prime of x equal to MC of x and that of the fixed cost are verified. C prime of x is the derivative of C of x, equal to 1 multiplied by ex minus 1 plus e power x minus 1 multiplied by x. Then we take e power x minus 1 as a common factor. We get C prime of x equal 1 plus x into e power x minus 1, which is equal to MC of x. We prove that C prime of x equal to MC of x. Now we need to prove that the fixed costs are verified. C of 0 equals 0 multiplied by e power 0 minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 1. Thus, the fixed costs are 1 multiplied by 1 million, which is equal to 1 million lira Lebanese. Verify. Therefore, the total cost is C of x equal x e power x minus 1 plus 1. Now, Rami, Mira, or Amir. Application 4. A factory produces a certain object. The total cost C of production, expressed in 10 million lira Lebanese, is modeled as C of x equal 0.8x plus 1 plus 4x e power minus 2x, where x is bounded between 0 and 6, and x is expressed in thousands of kilogram. Calculate the cost of production of 20,000 kilogram. Rami said C of 20,000 equals 16,001. Thus, the cost of production of 20,000 kilogram is 16,001 lira Lebanese. Of course, the Rami's answer is wrong, since from the beginning of her working, he doesn't divide by the unit of x. Also, in the final step, he didn't multiply by the unit of the total cost. Mira said 20,000 divided by 1,000 equal to 20. C of 20 equal to 17. Thus, the cost of production of 20,000 kilogram is 17 times 10 millions is equal to 117 millions lira Lebanese. Mira's answer is done, and it is true, since she divided by the unit of x, and after finding C of 20, she multiplied by the unit of the total cost. Amir said 20,000 divided by 10 millions equal to 0.002. C of 0.002 equal to 1.009. Thus, the cost of production of 20,000 kilogram is 1.009 multiplied by 1,000, which is equal to 1,009 lira Lebanese. Amir's answer is wrong, since he multiplied 20,000 kilogram by the unit of CT of x, not by the unit of x. However, in the last step, he multiplied by the unit of x, not by the unit of CT of x. Therefore, the correct work is Mira, since she solved as we said before.